You're looking a little poor over there. I've got twice your money. The elves canonically are very greedy and love gold. Oh, that made a lot of people very angry right there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Grove, everybody. My name is Eli, and today we are playing The Lord of the Rings: Duel for Middle-earth. This game was published by Repo Production and designed by Antoine Bauza and Bruno Catala, with art by Vincent Dutray. In this game, players will be facing off over 3 chapters in a head-to-head battle as either the forces of Sauron or as the Fellowship of the Ring. Before we go into what you'll actually be doing on your turn, let's first discuss how you can win the game. There are 3 win conditions shared between both players, and you immediately win once you fulfill one of them. The first is through completing the Quest of the Ring track, which you can progress along anytime you play a card or trigger an effect that shows the ring symbol, like this one here. We'll talk more about playing cards and triggering effects later, but for now just know that you'll move a number of spaces along the track equal to the number of ring symbols shown, and be sure to gain any rewards you cross over or land on. This gold symbol here simply means you'll collect a single gold. This symbol here means you'll deploy 1 unit anywhere in Middle-earth. This circular arrow means you'll get to immediately take another turn after your current one ends. And finally, this one here means that you get to destroy any fortress off the board. Speaking of units and fortresses, let's now discuss the second win condition, conquering Middle-earth. Throughout the game, you'll be playing cards and triggering effects that allow you to place units on the board here, which represents the various regions of Middle-earth. If at any point you have presence in all 7 regions, meaning you have at least a fortress or a unit in each one, you immediately win the game. And finally, if you're able to gain the support of the 6 different races of Middle-earth, you also win. This simply means that you need to have the 6 different race symbols on your green cards in your player area. And we'll go over those more here in a bit. With that said, I think it's time to discuss what you'll actually be doing on your turn, which is easy to remember because you can only do one of 2 things. You'll either be taking a chapter card or a landmark tile. For now, let's just focus on the cards. To take a chapter card, you may choose one that's not partially obstructed by another, after which you may either play it in front of you or discard it for a number of coins matching the chapter you're in. So 1 coin for chapter 1, 2 coins for chapter 2, and 3 coins for chapter 3. If you decide to play it in front of you in your player area, you'll first need to pay any cost the card has, after which you'll place it in your player area and then gain any of the benefits listed. We'll talk both about the cost and benefits here shortly. Finally, if you take a chapter card, any unobstructed cards will now flip face up and become available to be taken on the next turn. Once you've completed your action, the turn will pass to your opponent, and play will continue this way until every card from the public tableau has been removed, at which point you'll follow setup for the next chapter and do it all over again. Now that you know about the general overview, let's talk a bit more about these cards you'll be interacting with throughout your time in Middle-earth. There are 6 different types of cards you will find throughout the game, each providing different rewards and benefits. 5 of the colors will be accessible the entire game, but the 6th card type, purple, will only be available in the final chapter. Let's go over the different card types now. Blue cards allow you to advance along the Quest of the Ring track equal to the number of rings shown on the card. Sauron will move the Nazgul tracker, while Frodo and Sam move the entire board. Just know that the distance between characters will only decrease and never increases. Red cards let you place units into the regions of Middle-earth. These units may be placed at any of the regions indicated by the card, and if a card allows you to place multiple units, they must all go to the same region. If your opponent currently has units there, you are still able to place your own units, but a conflict will occur. A conflict begins when both players have units in the same location on the map. Each player will remove 1 unit at a time until at least 1 player has no units remaining. In this example, if Sauron had 2 units and the Fellowship had only 1, we'd each remove a unit and Sauron would be left with 1, and the Fellowship with none. However, if the Fellowship also had 2 units, the conflict would end in a draw, and we'd both be left with nothing. Note that fortresses do not trigger a conflict, only units, but they do still grant presence towards the win condition, and we'll talk about placing fortresses later. The green cards represent the 6 races of Middle-earth. Thematically, this is you gaining the support of the various races in the land. If you ever have 2 cards of the same race, you may flip over 2 of that race's alliance tokens here above the board. You get to choose one to keep and gain its rewards. These have powerful effects, some of which are passive benefits you'll gain for the rest of the game. And be sure to choose wisely, because the other unchosen tokens go back to the top of the stack, and this is public knowledge, so your opponent's going to have this information as well. Additionally, as soon as you have 3 different race symbols in front of you, you get to reveal the top alliance token from those 3 races and choose any 1 token to gain its benefit. And remember, each player might only trigger this effect once per game. Finally, the last 2 races, the Astari and the Ints, only appear in Chapter 3. Onto the cards that help you pay for the other cards in those landmark tiles we discussed. Yellow cards, like this one here, simply provide you with their listed gold reward when played. Gold is treated as a wild card towards any cost you might need to play, and let's go ahead and talk about those now. Gray cards have 5 different skills indicated at the top. These skills are Strength, Courage, Knowledge, Ruse, and Leadership. These skills can be used once per turn to pay towards a card or a landmark cost. This simply means that if you are choosing to take a card or a landmark that has a cost, you must first have the symbols required on gray cards in your play area. Some cards have multiple symbols, which you can use together if they're not separated, but the ones with slashes through them mean you may only use a single skill each turn. Luckily, coins will get you far in Middle-earth, and you may use a coin in place of each missing symbol you require to play cards or landmarks. Starting in Chapter 2, some cards will also have what's called a chaining symbol. Should you already have a card in your play area with that symbol in the top right-hand corner, you can play the card from the tableau for free. If you don't already have one of those cards, you can still play the one from the tableau, you'll just need to pay the associated cost as normal. Lastly, we have purple cards. These contain multiple powerful effects, and you are able to resolve any of the benefits you choose. These cards only appear in Chapter 3 and introduce a few new icons. This crossed out unit means you may remove 1 from anywhere on the board. This crossed out gold means your opponent loses 1 gold. And finally, this arrow means you may move a unit along any of the connected paths here on the map, so for example from Gondor to Rohan. Finally, let's talk about the other option during your turn, taking a landmark tile. Landmark tiles have huge costs associated with them, but they'll bring you big rewards and are a main way that you'll put fortresses out on the map. You pay for these the same way you'd pay for cards, using skills in your gray cards as well as any gold to cover the important costs, but there's one caveat. Look out for this golden fortress symbol, which means you must pay coins equal to the number of fortresses you already have on the map. So to recap, you're either going to take a card or a landmark tile, and then gain the list of rewards, then pass your turn to your opponent. And play will continue this way until someone finishes the ring track, has presence in all regions of Middle-earth, or has green cards featuring all 6 races. And don't forget, you can always discard a card from the public tableau to gain gold equal to the chapter you're in. If nobody completes one of the win conditions by the end of Chapter 3, the player who is present in the most regions of Middle-earth wins, and if there's still a tie, the victory is shared. And with that said, let's see who's going to ride for ruin in the world's ending and who will be a fool of a took as we play Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle-earth. Alright, now we're all set up for a game of the Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle-earth. Joining me today, we have Joey.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
And your host, me, Eli. We're all set up. And I am playing as Sauron with Joey as the Fellowship, so that means I get to go first. I'm going to take this ruse because I like skills and I'm up to no good.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'm playing as the Fellowship and I like having friends. So I'm actually going to take this card right here and get elf support. Now I will say it does cost a knowledge, but you can use gold to circumvent that by substituting for it.
Very nice.
Gold right there.
And as we've already established, Legolas's famous quote, "The economy is king."
Yes.
So I'm going to actually take this knowledge card here because I like skills, I like ruses, and I like knowledge. I like being smart. You know, Sauron was a craftsman. He was pretty smart.
That's true, and that actually does reveal the first kind of hidden card of the second row.
It's more economy.
More economy.
More gold.
Well, you know, more money, more problems. You know?
That's right.
So I'm just going to take this gold right here. Gold, of course, you just gain 2 gold, which, as we established before, you can use to substitute for the cost of a card.
Well,
that does flip this. And we have another
more
ruse.
ruses. I have a decision to make here, and it's not really a decision. I'm going to take the ruse. I'm going to try to take the ruse. I'm going to take it.
That is fair. You know, actually, I think we should reveal more cards because it kind of opens up more possibilities.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use another gold. And I'm going to take our first ring card.
That means the Fellowship's going to move along this ring track. Frodo and Sam are going to just walk like 30 feet. But, it's progress.
I'm trying. Hey,
they made out of Farmer Maggot's farm.
1 foot in front of the other. This is actually the furthest I've been from the Shire.
Please say that every time.
And that reveals, okay, we've got another strength and more gold.
More gold. Oh, man. I mean, I'm going to take the strength. For
Absolutely
sure.
wild.
Because I'm a big fan of skills.
I'm not going to let you just keep taking all of the gray cards.
Why not?
So, no, it's not going to happen. So I'm actually going to use this opportunity to take my own gray card.
Lame.
I'm going to get that one.
That's lame. Well,
yeah, no.
I mean, I have the strength. I can afford this here. Why don't I, send the Nazgul up? Let's get the 9 to catch up. This is the farthest they've ever been from the Shire.
That's true.
That's not true.
Well, okay, let's flip the final of the second row, and ooh, perfect. I am going to take that. Thank you for revealing it.
Yeah.
I will take a red. I'm going to station an arrow board. Pop.
Just one.
Just one. Just one in either of those regions. And notably, it gets me a little helmet.
It does.
More on that later.
I think I'm going to do this. So, in addition to all the card stuff we've been doing, I can spend 2 gold and then pay the rest with my skills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 4 of the 6. 2 gold. That is going to let me take Minas Tirith. And when I do that, I'm going to get to put out a fortress and one of my warriors in Gondor. Bop! And when I do that, I also get to progress twice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
That's going to give me another gold, which I guess I could have asked you for, but, I'm an independent
I like
man.
making you work.
Yeah.
It's, it's fun. Okay, well, I've got a lot of options here.
Do you want gold or do you want
gold? Do I want gold or do I want gold? Well, the issue is what do I want to open up for you?
Gold.
Yeah, gold actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take this gold actually.
I don't love that you did that. That's fine. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the whole bitch, and I'm gonna spend a gold to do it because I can't afford it otherwise.
And let's go ahead and flip this.
You never gained your gold.
I never did gain my gold, did I? Let me just go ahead and gain my gold after I flip that. How fun. Boop, boop.
Oh, wow. You gained your gold.
I did
That
gain my gold.
definitely wasn't out of order.
It wasn't out of order at all.
We didn't have our director remind us to do that.
Never.
Ooh.
I'm actually going to take that too.
You're going to take the courage?
Yeah, I'm going to take the courage.
Crazy.
I'm going to take the courage.
Economy's king. We already established
Yeah.
the elves canonically are very greedy and love gold. That made a lot of people very angry right there.
Yeah.
All right, so I unfortunately have to take the gold. I'm not a huge fan of it. Sauron's not really a worldly guy.
No.
But can I please have 2 gold?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of options here. I could let you get a little closer, which doesn't feel good, but I don't want you to run away with all of those little skill cards.
I'm excited about it.
So I'm going to grab that.
Ooh, come on. Oh, wait. No, it's not unrevealed. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take this. I'll move up the ring track one more time.
Just getting a little closer. Noticeably, they did get pretty close to catching Frodo and Sam
did.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
So let's
Especially
go
whenever he gets down there, the Witch King just gets down there. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to reveal these. I'm going to take another skill.
Another courage. Let's take this. Let's get some forces out in Rohan, dude. Let's do that.
I don't like that.
Do that there. I don't really need more in Gondor. Let's do that. Huzzah.
Let's get fancy. I'm going to buy the Shire.
Oh, wow.
Actually. So I've got my 2 courage, the 1 strength, and then that requires 2 knowledge, and then 1 ruse, which I will substitute 3 gold for.
Nice. And whenever you take the Shire, you get to just take any revealed card.
And with that, I'm also just going to take this.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a fancy landmark.
That makes sense. Where are you going, Erebor or the Grey Havens?
Grey Havens for sure.
Okay.
Grey Havens for sure. Do you mind putting that out for me?
I gotcha.
Thank you.
And then I'll take 2 gold. I'll reach. I can't help. Okay, I have 2 gold. That's fine. Okay. Well, we're moving up. We're moving on up in the world. You're looking a little poor over there. I've got twice your money. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good.
Interesting.
But
Interesting.
that is the end of chapter 1. So as you can see, this game is pretty snappy. It goes back and forth. We're going to get all set up for chapter 2, which does have a different layout. You'll see that shortly. And we'll catch you here in a sec. Okay.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
We are all set up for chapter 2, and play just continues. So after you finish setting up, which we've done, we're all set up for chapter 2. The next player in turn order gets to go. So Joey's going to get to go, and I am not happy about it because I think I know what he's going to take.
Yeah, you 100% know what I'm going to take. I'm going to spend the gold it requires. I'm going to buy this one right here.
The elephant. They're just big elephants.
Are they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're olifants.
Olifant. He's never seen the films or read the books.
It's been a while. Olifant? Are you serious?
Olifant. It's an
Oh my god.
We watched them last summer.
It does. I didn't watch the captions. It doesn't matter.
You just listen to him.
Yeah. You know, the Oliphant who went. Okay.
The oak.
We're gonna reveal this. I'm playing this game with 2 fans of Tolkien who are greater than me, which makes me sad because I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm not very smart. So we're instead going to move forward and out of this bit. Oh, I really hate that you took that because I would have loved the Grey Havens, but you know we've already covered economy's king. I'll take this gold and I'll let you.
Thank you.
I'll let you see what's up here and here, and then can you please hand me? Oh my God, not more.
You need 3 gold?
Yeah, please give me 3.
Of course.
Oh,
1,
I
2,
hate that.
3. Yeah, the issue is I don't know if I can afford to let you get closer, but I think I'm gonna, because I'm just gonna spend a gold.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab this one.
Oh man, I am not mad about that. Ha, ha! I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna pay 2 gold.
I'll put it in there. I'm tired of watching you throw.
It. I'm gonna go 1, 2, catching up.
I know.
I'm gonna deploy forces. So I have reached this unit symbol on the Quest of the Ring track, I think is the official term. And you know the Nazgals here are going to be going towards. We're just gonna go here towards Orthanc, towards Isengard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would you mind revealing the 3rd tier?
Well, before we move on from the Nazgals, I think that's a pretty good.
No, I was gonna not acknowledge it actually at all.
I am no man.
Neither am I. Yeah, I'm going to take a step away from you
No.
and actually going to use one of the ruse and one of the little strength and buy another ring track.
That makes sense.
You're getting a little too close for comfort, and I'd like to get some of those fun little perks. Notably, you have starved me of money.
I have.
Which
economy is king.
Probably my own fault, but
I'm going to spend 2 additional gold. Let's go ahead and get that elf ally. Because I think that could be good. You know, Sauron famously worked with the elves.
At least one time.
Yeah, he
at least
did.
one time he did. You are not wrong. Yeah, well, because I don't have any money, I'm actually going to take this.
Okay,
Give me a knowledge, kind of diversify my portfolio.
Oh
with
man,
skills.
I don't want to give you more skills. I don't want to give you more skills.
But don't you want to get to the ring? That's like the whole point.
I do. I'm gonna spend a gold. I don't have any chaining actions I can do with it. Let's do it here. Okay, and then getting closer.
You don't have to worry about me getting skills because it does require a gold,
Good.
which I do not have. I'm just going to grab some more men here. I'm going to use, the 2 strength and 1 courage. I'm going to grab this one right here. Yep, actually, I have a helmet. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm just going to chain it.
Chaining action, you
Bam.
just get to do that. So where are you going?
I'm actually going to put them in Isengard. I kind of am tired of you just having that many spaces.
We've got our first conflict, and look at this crazy, cool mechanic for conflicts. All right, it's done.
Riveting.
That's it.
There you go. Oh, no. That's really good.
I can't afford it. I don't have an anvil to chain it.
You just get more skills.
Yeah, I think I actually... This sucks. I'm going to... Nah, I'm going to do it. Give me that dwarf. Give me that dwarf. Okay, so once per game, whenever someone collects 3 different races, I've got the humans, I've got the dwarves, and I've got the hobbits. I've got the little humans. So I'm going to take 1 token off of each, and I am going to get to reveal. And these are... Ooh, economy is king.
That is very good.
So we have these 3 symbols here. This is every time I play a green card, I get to move 2 of my units, which is pretty good for domination. This is when you play a card using a chaining symbol, take 3 coins from the reserve, which is also good. Mm-hmm. And then this is you progress on the ring track every time you take a gold card. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna take this here, which, once again, every time I take a gold card, I get to move up the ring track, and then these just go back. You know what they are? It's public knowledge. It's all shared. It's all friendly here, and then there goes the map. That's it.
Thank you for taking the dwarf.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate it. I'm going to chain the heart, and I'm going to grab the elf.
Yeah.
For free. And now I have 2 elves.
Yep.
So would you mind actually revealing the top 2 of the elf tokens for me?
Bop and bop. So, oh my gosh. No, more skills. So this is, you can use this to pay for any skill, but it's only once per turn, so you can only pick 1. And this is every single time you play a red card, you can deploy them anywhere. So both of those are really, really good.
They are really good, but I also like having skills.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take the skill.
That tracks.
I'm going to leave that right there, actually.
This will go back on top, and then... Oh, no, I'm out of money. But I do have the chaining symbol for this. So let's go ahead and get...
You put them in Gondor or Mordor?
I think I'm going to put them in Gondor.
That makes sense.
Let's deploy them a little bit forward, you know?
Sauron was really hungry for Gondor.
That's right.
Okay. How fun.
Real quick. Oh, no, that's so good.
That is really good. And curiously, I can afford it. So I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Frodo and Sam progress 1, you get a gold. And then 1 again, you get nothing. But the satisfaction of just being good pals.
Finally, I have money.
Speaking of money, I'm going to take this. That's going to be 4 gold. And then I'm going to get to move up that ring track. Wow.
You know, this is the furthest I've been from the Shire.
Me too, man.
Okay. Well, that was pretty snappy. But I think kind of want to establish another little fortress.
Oh,
I want to get a fortress.
I don't love that.
Yeah, I do have enough. So I'm actually going to... I think I want to get Rohan right here.
Okay.
I have... Let's make sure real quick. I have 1, 2, 3.
Yep, with
that.
that.
One, with that. I have 1.
And 1, so you just need to pay
bam,
gold.
bam. Bam. And notably...
Yeah, you don't have a fortress out.
I don't have a fortress out.
There you go. So this is going to go here to Rohan. And then you're going to get 3 warriors too.
3 warriors in Rohan.
We'll just put 2 out because the 3rd's going to die fighting mine. And I've lost presence. And the board state's not looking great.
I think it looks fantastic.
Oh, I don't love it. So I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond.
You can do it.
I'm going to take a skill.
You're going to take a skill? Perfect.
Take a skill. Reveal them.
I love that for you.
Reveal them.
Okay.
Hate that. Okay.
More skills.
Oh, man.
I actually, weirdly enough, I do have a good set of skills, and I think because I have a sword, I'm just going to chain and take the sword.
Okay.
And I do have Rohan established already, so I'm going to put the 2 in Mordor and remove your presence. I don't get presence in Mordor, but you are removed.
I hate that.
I love it.
I sincerely do.
No, this is great. You took Gondor early.
I'm going to do this. Pay a gold for a courage. Ooh, do I have a horse symbol? I do. I'm going to chain. Look at that. Chain gang.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm going to go here. That's going to move me here. Now I get to take another turn.
Very fun.
What do I want to do with my power here? I think I'm going to go here to the Grey Havens.
Okay.
But can I afford this? Because that's what I really care about. I can't because I don't have enough. I don't have enough symbols. But I don't have enough symbols for this one either. I can't afford either of them. Oh God, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. Whatever.
Perfect. You probably can afford it next turn. Because I believe the only thing I can do is take this one right here. Just establish some more board presence.
Yep. Where are they going?
I'm going to put him in Erebor.
Okay.
Not that one.
Isn't this Erebor?
No.
Oh, it's Arnor.
That's Arnor.
Okay, redo that.
I'm going to put them in Erebor.
Okay, perfect.
Keep it in.
I don't know Tolkien as well as I thought. That's fine. I'm going to read the books after this out of shame.
You can borrow my set.
I have it. I have them here.
I couldn't tell.
Elephant. Shout out my boy Theoden. The Nazgals. Can
you
I
tell
afford
we're
this?
friends?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to spend all 3 of my gold. Because I can cover 4 of the 6, and then I do have a fortress out there, so there's all 3. I'm gonna get some presents in the Greyhaven. So this means that I get to reveal the top 2 tokens of any race. I think I'm gonna do the Astari.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna reveal the top 2 of the Astari, and then I'm gonna get a fortress out in the Greyhavens.
I'm excited to see what you get.
Bop bop. Oh, that's awesome. I think I'm going to take this one. This lets me look through the discard and play one of the cards in there for free.
Okay.
And we can always come back for those ring symbols later. So
I could have handed that to you.
no.
Okay.
This is a power move. What do I have? None of them are great. None of them are great. Let's take these little guys here. Get some more chaining symbols.
Okay.
I'm going to take the hobbits.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it
I'm
was
just
going to
playing
be.
the hobbits. Unfortunately, there's no gold. I was hoping for some gold. There was some power.
Curious,
I'm giving them up.
What a very interesting take,
Yeah.
because that does help you out as
It
well.
does. Yep. So I'm gonna do this. Bop bop. Reveal
Little
the top
combo.
2. Ooh. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do this one because this is every single time I play a blue card, I get to deploy a unit anywhere.
Mhm.
And as much as I love gold and as much as I love chaining, I think that ship has sailed. The economy is king game is probably not gonna be looking good for me. But that's it. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna
Yes,
put some
I-
units out.
I can't take that.
Sure you can.
I don't have the gold.
Sure, you figure it out.
That's crazy.
You're resourceful.
I'm resourceful.
So the only thing you can do,
Mm-hmm.
discard it and take 2 gold.
Yeah. Which I guess I'll have to do.
Yeah, you got plenty of courage though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, get your 2 gold, and that is it for chapter 2. Okay, you've got me on the run.
I have no idea why you think that.
Cause the
Look how close you
look
are.
at the. I know I'm getting close on the ring track. I think that's my win condition. But the tiebreaker is the most presence in Middle Earth,
Mhm.
which you are currently smoking me in.
Sauron was really only in Mordor for a bit there.
Yeah, that wasn't great. He just moved everyone out. Yeah, Aragorn.
He just moved them out.
yeah.
He just moved them out.
Yeah.
Gondor's prime real estate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to get all set up for chapter 3, and we'll see you in a sec. All right, we're all set up for the final chapter, chapter 3. And as you'll see, there are these new purple cards that are only available here. Oh, and we also have the Astari and the Ents, which are 2 races that appear in chapter 3. And these purple cards, the Ents are just regular races, but the purple cards have very powerful effects and a few new icons that we'll go over now. This just simply means you get to remove someone's warrior off the board, which I don't want you to have, please. I am dying. This is you get to delete someone's gold. I don't have any. Joke's on you. And this one is you get to move your units around the board, which I also hate. So don't take that card is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah, but it is my turn. I do get to go first.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead. Which one would you like to?
I'm
Looking at your little pool, it doesn't seem like you can get any of them.
Oh man, I really don't want you to get units. in
Economy
Mordor.
is king. Remember that, folks.
Oh, I can't afford to let you have this. We're gonna just discard that, and that's gonna give me 3 gold, please.
Okay.
And
1, 2,
I hate
3.
it so much. I hate it so much.
Oh yeah. Well, you kind of spoiled what I was gonna do. I am. Well, let's wait for this. You know what? Second verse, same as the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to just kind of walk some units into Mordor, I believe. So I'm going to do it with this one right
Okay.
here, and I'm going to reveal
3 units in Mordor. Huh?
3 units in Mordor, or 100%.
Yeah. Is that Frodo and Sam? No. No, Sauron was just like, you know what? The air here sucks. The air quality's terrible. Everything's on fire. Oh no, this is bad.
Mhm.
Sauron, what have you done? You're supposed to be a master tactician.
Let's go ahead and flip those real quick.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, gold.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got to make some moves here. I've got to make some decisions.
I really think the way you've been going has been working great.
I think
for
I just
you.
need to shore up Gondor. No, not really. Okay, what I'm gonna do is be very sad that I didn't get more skills, because while I would love to go for the Astari and make progress,
it makes sense.
I don't have any elves, and I'm not going to win with that. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to, gosh, everything's so expensive. What have I done? I'm going to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, God. Let's do this. Unironically, not going to do that. Never mind. Let's do this. I'm going to go.
That's insane.
I'm going to go to the Grey Havens. I'm going to Linden. It's all I can do. So I've got these two covered. I've got these two covered, and I don't have the courage. Huzzah, I missed the bowl. Everything's falling apart.
But you do notably remove my presence from it.
I do. I'm going to go here. 1, 2. They're all kinds of messed up and confused. Huzzah. Okay, so I feel a little bit better. It's not going to be hard for you to overwhelm me, but I feel a little bit better.
It is perfectly okay. Don't worry about that one bit.
You should just carve out a path so I can get to those rings, please.
No. No. I think while I can afford it, I am going to 1, 2, 3.
Another one?
4, 5,
God.
6, and I pay the 1 gold for Bree.
Do you pay the additional for... Do you have all these skills covered?
I have all the skills covered, and the 1 gold is for the fortress I already have out.
Oh, no.
So I'm just going to grab Bree real quick.
Oh, no.
So I get to put 2 in Arnor.
Yeah.
And then I get to move 2.
Uh-huh.
And
that doesn't have to be from Arnor. It can just be from anywhere.
It can just be from anywhere.
Where are you going?
But I kind of want to move 2 into Arnor and get your units off of it.
You're going to move 2 into the Grey Havens?
Right, yes, into the Grey Havens.
Okay.
Misspoke. My
Okay,
apologies.
well, they come here, and my guys go down swinging. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, but please put me a fort out there as well, please.
Yeah, you do get a fortress.
Thank you.
That's not great. That's not great at all, folks. I'm fighting for my life. Okay, let's...
That's great audio. That's great audio.
Let's...
I mean, I'll be honest, that's what I figure Sauron's sounding like.
Oh yeah, 100%. He is the mouth of Sauron.
Yeah, you That's why it's not going well.
Do an edit. Hi.
Please don't. Oh,
you know what I'm
God.
talking about? Where it does the crap.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to discard the ants. I don't need them. I hate them. Get them out of here. I'm just kidding. I'm going to take them.
Okay.
I'm going to take them for 2 gold because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having impulse problems.
No, it's perfectly okay.
I'm out of gold.
I have 1 gold.
So afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I am.
Yeah, I think 1, 2. No, I'm missing a purple. I don't have the ruse.
Good.
I don't have. Unfortunate, because I was about to just kick you off of Gondor as well.
Nope.
I
Please.
think at this point, I'm just going to take the Astari.
Okay.
Gonna have to take that Astari.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Well.
Doesn't get me anything, but it makes me feel good.
I'm going to remove this. I can't afford anything. I'm going to discard it. Give me 3 more gold, please. Ha! I'm so stressed. I just need yellow cards and blue cards, and they're all up there.
It's so interesting that Sauron actually joined my side.
Yeah, it's because he's just given up.
He sees the
he's
writing
he's
on
like,
the wall.
bro, Gandalf, I made some bad calls.
Interestingly, I cannot afford those units, and that's the only thing I really can do because I can't afford the cost for another fortress.
Yep.
So I am going to discard this for 3 golds.
Okay. I really don't love you being able to move. I'm getting rid of it, man. I don't have
That's
people to move. I'm
crazy.
getting rid of them. Give me 3 more gold, and then we've got some rings coming out.
Yeah, we do have some
Okay.
rings coming out, and it's unfortunate that you are so close. I can't really let you do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to take them.
Okay.
I have the 3. Yes, I have the 3 strength, and I have at least 1 ruse. Do I have a campfire? Can I pay for it for free? No? Okay. How fun.
2, though, and that's
2.
going to let you put out a unit anywhere. Where's it going?
Awesome.
Where's it going?
You know where it's going.
It's going here?
No, of
No,
course
no.
not. Put it in the grave.
No, come on. You want to just go to Gondor, man.
I am going to go to Gondor, actually. It's great that you mentioned
I
that.
hate that. I am going to panic, resolve myself, and I am going to... I don't need gold. I don't need any more gold. This is so bad.
Remember, folks, economy is king.
Help.
He said it.
I'm going to just go here. Let's pay 2 gold towards the courage cost. And that is going to move me twice. I didn't have the fish.
Wrong, wriggling.
I'm so sorry. 1, 2. All right, catching up. I'm getting close. And when I do that, I do get to put a unit out anywhere. Help me. Let's get out of there. Get out of Isengard.
Yeah, I figured you would do that.
Yeah. I'm fighting for my life. This is not how you're supposed to be scared of me.
No. What? That's crazy. What I think I'm going to do, there's 2 ruse.
No.
There's 2 red.
No.
2 strength, 2 courage, a 3rd courage.
Yeah.
I have a knowledge, and I have 2 gold.
Yeah.
I would like to buy Isengard.
Okay.
So I'm just going to grab that right there.
Yeah. Oh, God. You've got so
prime
many
real estate.
fortresses. You're going to move up. Nothing happens. But with Isengard, you do get to make me discard a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
You know, there's a lot of ruses coming up.
Oh,
so I'm going to
son
take...
of a gun.
I'm going to get rid of one of those ruses.
Put it in the discard. Take your prize. Take your prize.
Perfect. We love that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take 5 gold.
Yeah, no, that
Because
makes sense.
I do have the chaining symbol here. That's just free. So can I have 5 gold, please?
Yeah.
When I do that, getting close. Get out,
2,
Isengard.
3, 4, 5. Counting is hard.
Thank you.
Let's reveal this.
Oh, no.
Weirdly enough, I think I'm just going to take the purple.
Ooh.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the purple
Yep.
right there.
So I lose 2 gold, and then you get to just, well, you don't have a lot of choices. I'll just make it for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, God.
It's getting a little stressful. I just don't want to reveal that card.
Yeah, I'm going to, I think I'm going to reestablish some presence.
Oh,
So-
actually,
Let's see. I'm going to be able to afford those, so I need to pay. I have no courage. I'm very afraid. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3 for the courage, and then an additional 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that, here you go. Here you go. That is going to allow me to buy Barad-dûr.
hey, you've got Mordor again, though. You're
Yeah,
back in
it's-
Mordor.
Slowly but surely. Okay, so I'm going to do this. That's coming out there. And then I get to look through the discard again.
Yeah,
and play a
actually,
card.
that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm going to hopefully make some moves here. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, this is public knowledge.
Truly devastating.
That's crazy.
That is devastating.
Well, when I play a blue card, I do get to put a unit out. And then,
just put it in your thing.
no.
That's crazy.
While you were off running around, taking over the kingdom, my Nazgals were tracking you down.
I really hate
1, 2. Haha!
It's unfortunate.
Amazing. I was so terrified the whole time, and I got it. The Nazgul have caught up to Frodo and Sam, and
Go ahead.
What-
No,
what-
what do they do?
they gave them hugs until they slept for a very, very long time.
That's crazy.
And then they took the ring and gave it to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I made the first bank of Middle Earth.
Okay.
That's my first
The
act.
first bank. Because economy is king.
That's right. So, that's it for this game of The Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle Earth. You know what? I only have one thing left to say. Welcome to last place.
Thank you.
And, thanks for
It's
being
nice
our
and
100
warm.
subscriber.
I mean,
I know.
you're really a part of the club now.
Yeah.
I know, really and truly, like, it hurt winning all the time off camera. So I'm glad I could have my first loss on camera.
Yeah,
And thank you
absolutely.
so much for inviting me out here. I know being the 100th subscriber, super cool.
We met up at the Taco Bell. We were just like, hey, man, we need one more, please.
One more. It was crazy.
Well, good game. And, yeah, if you liked what you saw, consider subscribing and doing the bell and all that stuff. Speaking of Taco Bell, not a sponsor. But we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bong. Time to announce the winner of the skull giveaway. Thanks again for 100 subscribers, and congratulations to Ashley G4205, who asked that we play One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Keep an eye on your notifications because we will be reaching out to you. And congratulations again. And just a little teaser, I wonder what we are playing back here. Might want to subscribe to find out.